So you've got an analog rev counter, but everything else looks like it's on these display basis. So if that's not working, you can't. Oh, no, you've got your temperature there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
So there's lots of buttons down here. I tend not to play with these so much because it's generally quite easy from the screen.
Okay.
But yes, I think you can pretty much do everything there with the buttons. Obviously, you have the temperature control.
Mm-hmm.
Air conditioning, very good. So heated seats, way too hot on 3. But generally, everything feels easily accessible, well laid out. The only thing that's slightly more complicated is the cruise control, which I never use, and the speed limiter, which I do like to use. That's slightly in a, not the best place. It takes me a little while to get used to that.
Oh yeah, so that's on that second stalk there.
Yeah.
And the heated steering wheel button, then you said that was in an awkward spot.
Well, it's in a very clever spot, but
Right.
but it's difficult to spot again. You put your hand under there, and it's just behind there. There's a little button,
Oh wow, okay.
which is very clever.
We won't be able to get
And
that
you do get a little light there. So yes,
Oh, I see.
if you're
Okay, right,
you're
yeah.
sort of steering and then accidentally hit that, then
Yeah.
your hands start getting hot.
Right. And how long were you driving around without?
I did have to look at the manual. It was a good few days. I'm embarrassed to say, but it was a good few days.
We'll do anything to avoid looking at the manual though, because it's almost like defeat, isn't it?
Exactly. Definitely can't do that. The other nice thing is these dials are all adjustable. I mean, again, I tend not to play with them too much. You have a little wheel there that will scroll through them all, which is quite nice.
Okay.
Again, there's so many things on there. I wish I knew what they all did.
There you go.
The sat nav is good. One of my favourite things about the sat nav is when you get close to a Porsche dealership, it has a nice little Porsche badge on the map. Very nice.
Pop in for coffee.
Exactly. So, no, I think everything seems very well laid out, sensibly thought through. So a lot of what's on there I haven't even got near understanding. The chassis height's quite nice. Generally in normal. If you put it in sport mode or choose to, it will go into low. But when you put it on terrain and try and get out, you notice just how high it's moved.
Right.
You probably won't notice from the inside, but if we sort of move that there, you get a little graphic.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't really. You sort of feel it sort of coming up a little bit.
Oh yeah. And then it sort of got to a certain level and then has levelled off, almost like come down.
Exactly. And it's amazing. I mean, you get out the difference it makes. I'd say generally, normal is a good place to be. It's better for your fuel economy as well.
And low, presumably, if you were on the motorway and you want to sort of hunker down and be a bit more aerodynamic.
Absolutely.
Very good. I like the way even obviously the displays in the dash are mimicking what the original Porsche circular dial layout. It's very cool.
Yes, as I say, the way they've done the rev counter, there's the big thing in the centre.
Yeah.
But you still get the speed in there as well. So generally it feels very easy to drive.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't beep at you too many times. Don't think we have lane assist. If it does, it's not switched on, which is nice, so don't get beeped at then.
No. Very good. So let's go for a little bit of a drive.
Shall we have a little look?
Hear about your car history.
Fantastic. So the cameras are very good. I'm still not used to this. I'm still a sort of a mirrors guy.
Yeah, that top-down view, it really confuses me. Might just be me.
Yeah, the thought of trusting that when you're manoeuvring, it doesn't sit right yet.
In the manual that we won't read as well, it probably warns you not to rely on the
Exactly.
the driver aids.
So I will have a little moan about potholes, and that's the one nice thing about this car is because of the height. Obviously you don't want to hit a pothole on nice 21-inch alloys. but the height is good for spotting them.
I imagine you can probably drive over most things, small cars.
If it's the mood takes you. I did do a Porsche Experience Day a few months ago, and they have an off-road version of one of these, which you can buy the off-road pack, and they take you on their little course. They don't let you drive that bit, unfortunately, because you need some skill, but it was amazing what it could do. Because all the off-road pack entailed was some smaller alloys, chunkier tiles, and some tyres, and a little bit of protection underneath.
Right.
So we get a beautiful view of the Cotswolds.
Yeah. It certainly feels like it's absolutely the right car for the environment, to be honest. Just enough luxury, performance, practicality.
Yes, if you want a sort of a mix of things, I say we didn't have much of a short list in the end. It was something that was a bit of fun but still practical.
Just about fits on the road, doesn't it?
It's a little wide. I do notice parked next to the other car. I think it's about 30 centimetres wider, so he's a little chunky. That was one of the things that did worry me a little bit with lanes in Cornwall. They get a little narrow.
We are going off-road though.
Yes, unfortunately with our village, the all the ways in and out, there's a little bit of lanes involved. That's, I always do my granddad driving around the lanes, because people coming the other way always don't.
Exactly. Although they might come off worse, unless they're a
one of
petrol
those.
delivery.
Exactly. You have a lot of farm traffic around as well, and some more potholes. We'll be out of the potholes in a minute. Most people are very nice,
Yeah,
but
nice,
then the
nice,
trouble is you
friendly.
do have these. When you have to go off road, it gets a little bumpy.
So do you have a suspension setting to soften up the car when it's...
You know, if there is one on there, I have not found that one
Right,
yet.
okay.
I think it does it automatically. Certainly if you put it in sports mode, it sorts all of that out for you.
Right.
And we can press that button later.
Okay.
So this is one of the nice things I like about the car. You can just put along 30, 35 miles an hour. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah, it's got just a lovely, nice ride actually.
Well, so when you're in it, it doesn't feel that big on the road. Yes, the width is a little bit of a problem with some of these lanes, but I just have to give way a lot.
Yep.
So now the only thing that does confuse me, my other car has the indicator on the other side, and I drive that mostly. So every time I drive this, I put the windscreen wipers on, which is always embarrassing.
Yeah, Francesca has indicators as buttons on the steering wheel.
Buttons, that's going to be confusing.
Yeah.
So not indicating so much, do you?
You acclimate pretty quickly, but almost every time you get in.
I just love the note of the engine and the exhaust.
Yeah. It's got like an air of confidence about it. I can go any speed you want.
Anything. And I said the stopping with those ceramic brakes is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But again, if you're just driving gently, poodling around, they feel fine. They don't feel harsh. They don't jam on really quickly. one thing I did discover on the Porsche day as well is that when you put your foot to the floor for launch control, apparently it has it. You put your foot to the floor, and then it has an extra little bit if you push a little bit harder. There's some secret power there.
Ah.
Which, needless to say, never really gets used. So let's see if we go.
Hey!
So you get a little bit.
You certainly get the jolt in the seat Porsche performance when you want it.
Absolutely. The thing is, the power just seems to keep building. You definitely take your foot off before the car's going to give up.
Yeah, your bravery is a lower threshold than the car's capability. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's the one thing I was very bad at on the Porsche day, was the launch control and the emergency stop the other end.
Yeah.
Because you're hurtling along in this whatever 2-ton car, thinking there's a wall coming towards me very quickly.
Yeah.
So my braking was not late. So the thing with the Cotswolds, you get some lovely roads, but then you have to go on these ones, which are not so lovely.
Yeah.
And during all the rains in the wintertime, they washed away all of the passing places, so you get some craters in there.
Yeah. But that again is where this car really comes into its own, because it can handle those.
Absolutely, you're not going to want to hit them at speed, but
no.
you can definitely put 2 of those wheels off there and not worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Previous Porsche was a lovely little Boxster, which we did love, but she was not good for these roads.
No. Although probably a good size.
Yes, she was nice and compact. Yeah, beautiful car, but you were reluctant to ever go out because of the roads. Okay. Well, we'll go a little bit down here, and then we'll see if we can get a bit of a speed. So I'll press that button. So this is your sport response button.
Okay.
And then you get 20 seconds where it will just sort of give you absolutely everything. And you get a little countdown on there. And then you calm down again.
Okay.
And then we'll calm. So I'm back to normal now.
Okay.
There are some different modes on there, so you don't have to go the full out crazy one.
Okay.
I think we'll go in here and take a little turn round. I don't fancy going back the other way. So this is nice local jet wash. Good in the winter time in the Cotswolds. I'll try not to get any water on him.
Washing at home will save you a bit of money as well.
Yes, the prices have gone up as well.
Yeah.
So again, turning around, the rear axle steering very good at low speeds, which makes it easy to manoeuvre. We'll see if we can get a little bit here. I won't press the sport mode button, but we'll do a little sort of something there. We're going to catch that one very quickly. He's off there.
Oh, you're a lot of fun, aren't you, Ken?
He's a lot of fun. Even if you put down your foot, you don't have to put your foot to the floor even.
No.
It's always effortless.
Yeah.
Nice long range on the petrol tank. I think with sort of normal motorway driving, you can get a good sort of 400, 450 miles. It's a little painful filling up.
Yeah. How much for a tank?
Well, I think the last time full. I try not to let it go all the way down because it's depressing when you see the number. But I think around about 130.
Okay.
But again, for 400 odd miles, not too bad.
Yeah.
It's certainly better than the. We had a Shogun for a while, which was great. We inherited it from my father-in-law, and It was 20 years old when the beast finally passed away. But you were lucky to get 20 miles to the gallon out of that one. And it was because he was old and petrol, you had to put in premium.
So we've made a start in the car history. So we've got a Shogun, we've got a Boxster.
Yes, we were in London for many years, so cars weren't that exciting yet. We used to have a Freelander for many years, and then a Freelander 2. Because generally the car would just stay parked in the week, and then we'd go away on the weekends. And then we started coming up to the Cotswolds more and more. And so it wasn't really until we sort of started spending more time in the Cotswolds, we sort of started thinking about something more interesting, and then needed a second car. So I think our second car in the Cotswolds was a Defender 90.
Okay.
Which was very cool. Great off-road, not the most comfortable. Proper old school heater that didn't heat much. Definitely not getting heated seats and heated steering wheel in that one. It did give you the feel it would go anywhere, but it was, they're an acquired taste. So I think we had that one for a number of years. And then at one point we did have 3 cars, which was Penny the Boxster, a Freelander, and then the Shogun. So that felt like a little too much.
And so the Shogun went first?
The Freelander 2 had to go first, because sadly it was, I really liked that car. I know Land Rover had their sort of reliability issues and their detractors, and I'm not sure I'd buy one these days. Back then, for sort of the price and what you got, I thought it was a very capable car, and I think we never had any issues with them. But sadly, ULEZ came in, and he was not compliant. So he had to be traded in. We did try a full EV for about 2 years. I leased one through the business, thinking that would be nice and tax efficient, which it was, but it didn't really work out. So
range.
Yes, I mean, it started off, you could go back and forth to London on one charge, which was my criteria. Mm-hmm. And that worked fine the first winter, and then the second winter it just dropped a little bit. I didn't have the confidence. It would just about do it, but I didn't have the confidence it would do it. And then after that, it was on a 3-year lease, but I just gave it back a year early. So I think sadly the electric car, if it suits your lifestyle, they can be great.
If you were still in London, it would probably be perfect.
Not bad, although the issue with London is the charging infrastructure.
Right. Because
the nice thing out here, we had a charger fitted, so you could charge it overnight, cheap electricity, great, cost you very little to run. But the trouble is in London, you're on a row of terraced houses, you've got nowhere to charge your car.
Of course. And
then you end up with charger rage, because there are a few of them on lampposts that the council put in, but not that many. And I did hear of an incident of charger rage at a service station on the M5, where 2 guys came to blows and had to be split up by Dan, my car wash man.
Sparks flew, literally.
Exactly. I think it was the lack of sparks flying from the charger that sort of set it all off. So EV for a little while, not bad, and then went for the work car, which is the everyday. Went to a Mitsubishi Outlander, and that was a hybrid, which was very nice. I liked that. It was quite a sort of simple car. Okay off-road, great for the roads around here. And the one big thing was it's a commercial, so the tax was fantastic on it. But sadly, the complexity of the EV system let me down after about 18 months, I think, and I got had one breakdown on a very wet morning, 7 o'clock in London, which made me very grumpy. And then he was away being fixed for about 4 weeks. So then it was time for a change. So then we went from full EV, hybrid, and then back to a nice, safe and secure diesel. And we now have the Mitsubishi Shogun Sport.
Aptly named Van Diesel.
Van Diesel, exactly. So he is commercial, so he is technically a van.
Yeah.
And a nice diesel. So, and I must admit, he has been absolutely great for fine on the motorway. You don't want to go quickly in him. It's a little bit big for parallel parking in London. It does have the cameras. But I think the first time I tried to parallel park, I did embarrassingly have to give up and go and find a proper car parking space.
So, believe it or not everybody names their cars.
Oh.
And I think that's quite sad, really.
I think that is sad.
I like the way you've got names for, I think, most, if not all of your cars historically.
Yeah, that is definitely something Sarah started. I don't think I did beforehand. My car history prior to that was a little Mini at age 17, which was great fun, but they are small. And then a couple of not very exciting small Ford Escorts. But then being in London, you didn't really, a car was never really high on the list of priorities.
No.
I spent most of my time in London commuting on various motorbikes. Which back then was a lot of fun, and it was convenient, and you could park and you could nip around the traffic, but then it just became more and more difficult over the years. Parking became more tricky, and just the traffic and people's general grumpiness, so it was no fun on a bike. So I think that it's been quite a few years ago. I think maybe 8 or 10 I stopped riding in London.
But you are still riding today, and you have two wheels.
Still have two wheels. So that was when I had the commuter bikes. That was my dream weekend bike, which was a lovely Triumph Daytona, which they stopped making because they couldn't compete with the Japanese at the time. So they had to give up. But it's absolutely beautiful. I love the sound of it. Sadly, I don't get much chance to get out on it. So I'm very excited the first year. And then after that, life got in the way. So, yes, I think 17 years old now and just over 2,000 miles on the clock.
Right.
And so every time I go for the MOT, that's my 30 miles for that year, and they make fun of me.
This is a collector's bike, though.
Absolutely. Well, this is my rationale now. It's no point selling bike, which I don't have a name for bike.
Right.
Barry bike doesn't really do it for a nice sports bike, does it? There we go. That's lovely Ken.
Very good.
You started your MSP to help business owners master technology. Isn't it time you were rewarded for that? MSP Finance Team helps hard-working MSP owners finally get the profit, time, and control they deserve. With better financial and strategic insight, you can make better decisions, leading to more control, profit, and time. Our approach is unique. We focus exclusively on MSP businesses, and we meld bookkeeping, CFO as a service, accounting, and mentoring to help you get started, scale, or sell. We bring you the freedom to focus on what's important, whether it's growing your business strategically or enjoying spontaneous moments with your family. So visit mspfinanceteam.com today and take the first step towards financial mastery. Because when it comes to your MSP finances, it's not just business, it's a numbers game.